I was wondering when next you'd visit. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
To what do I owe the honour? So, will it be? Anything else?
There's something about it.
I have wronged so many. Ruined thousands of lives. I did not deserve to be saved. But save me, you and your brother did. Your uncle, too, forgave me my sins. Offered me a chance at redemption. Yours is a fine family, Ifrit. Cherish it.
Still alive. Something tells me that I saw...
It's a long story.
Right.
Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder, and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well...
The Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire...
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new mother crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you. Joshua seemed upset. Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it. It won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of suffering. And that is, if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. Are you certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to. Does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
Come to wish on a star.
This is it. You know what I have to do. There's no turning back. This is where our journey was leading us.
I could pray to Metia for you. You always...
I did promise we'd...
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
First the... guys, then the... Stop. What next?
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen our son.
Pining for something, boy. What is it? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Clap that. Now, up, sit, I reckon.
I'm sorry. Let's get... Indeed, you miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you?
Quick, aren't you?
Not nearly.
Aye.
You're
only
Where to, then, Tor? All right, Torgal. I'm going to need a little bit. Do you have a better hint? And why don't we try the rook? To Port Isolde, fingers crossed. It's still here. A lot smaller than you were. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. for never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going. People always go without. And we come on, Torgal. Something tells me this is...
There's something about it.
Vivian, and I'd be happy to help.
Thank you, but tracking it down...
Please. It's only right that I...
You are... Alas, I spoke with Hippocrates.
If you say so.
Forgive, but this...
Ah, Clive.
Hippocrates. I've been charged with locating a book called...
And you seek a one whose...
Right is all. But she didn't...
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade. Clive, if I fear she asks the
executors.
Coveters of a clandestine or one such a tale which could or...
How is it that I haven't heard?
Why? Seek they lurk in the shadows.
Which would explain...
By the hand of the...
But what drives them?
Fine, sadly, you may just...
In my hunt, what was Vivian expect?
Not from thin air, no. Rumors of the executors are but rather... Well, alas, but though he did... If you were...
Very well. I'll be sure to pay...
Torgal!
The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in? This is a Royal Army logbook. His interest was only varied. This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who...
Then we need not waste time. Hand me the book. Leave it in our care and...
Your care?
That, but by one means or another.
Then I'll have to polite. I won't let you erase.
Then we find ourselves at an... Very well.
Let's see, shall we?
Impressive, but we have other means.
Why do you want it so?
It lays out in no uncertain terms. It tells the shameful history of the persecution. Would you say that this isn't...
I don't know.
You don't? Your sword may be sharp, so let me answer. There is that it is a question. If enough people...
So you're trying to control...
We are trying to protect people from knowledge. That is all. You may keep the book. The world is small until then.
Wait. Damn it. Let's get this back to Vivian. Vivian, I found it.
Even though I asked this of you, I fear the executors had seen.
I met with one of these, and I convinced him to let me... He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collect, and that if enough people believe it...
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people. As the sad history...
You said that the book inspired you to become a...
It did. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a gallows stood ready. And by shunning society, or perhaps I, too. She taught me that my solitude was... And that...
Do you still feel that?
Honestly, perhaps the... But the more I study... So if you'll permit me, remember, Clive. When enough people believe, give the men...
I'll try. It's usually me making demands of hypocrisy. Lawsman...
Ah, yes.
You spoke...
Then this was at that time to supervise, all to ensure... Alas, I had not expected to meet with...
Have you spoken with...
No, His Highness... Not when I know he dwells upon the evil...
The Guildmaster, but as you say...
When I first met, and it is one of my greatest... And what he drew the blame for Dion's transgressions.
I see. I'm ready to help you.
Then apothecary, fabulists, and fraud...
Well, it can't hurt. Where can I find this flower?
You have seen cultivated Wyverntail. Well, there is... Whether they still serve...
It's all right.
Thank you, Clive.
This one. Sicker. Over here! Too slow. Attack! All yours, Torgal. Go, Torgal. Let darkness fall. This one. This one. Over here. Go, Torgal. Get him. Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Kill! Arise! Now, Torgal! To me, Flames! This one! Over here! It's over! Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose. Oarsman.
You did?
I think... You wanted...
Oh.
It's no... Your Highness.
No.
Our lawsman has something he'd like to...
Master Harp, no. I dare not after everything I have... I have taken countless, all because I was... I have sworn to atone for my crimes, but were I to meet with him again...
Then that is all the more reason to test your resolve.
I must very well...
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant...
I hope the soil...
Why?
What's this?
A stolas quill, or more precisely, it is set so that one...
Well, thank you.
Clive Rutherford in...
I would have...
You're from what... but... alas, it's...
We must... But where do we...
True. The realms, as you've... certain city. And yet, in short... If...
But how...
The arm... Sadly. But I do know something.
I thought he was...
He was. And as luck...
Of course, yeah.
And he's agreed to have... You don't mind.
Of course. As long as... And if the...
That's...
I'll leave for Randall. Would you send it?
Of course.
Excellent.
No.
Well met. Farewell. What are you looking for? You've a discerning eye.
Do you see that too?
Papa? What is it? Oh, please. Just make it stop. I'm scared.
It's all right.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
Can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards!
Allow me.
I don't need...
Please, feel this won't take...
You're right. It won't. Men.
A little longer than I'd have... Field Marshal, are either of you...
No, my lord. Fucking traitors. I'd heard but I hadn't thought the corruption had reached... It's a fuck. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to walk my lord, or is Sid the outlaw Mort?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change all the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to write...
Before I agree... I'd have you answer... What do you stand?
I won't deny that I might benefit, but I seek a new beginning for... And while the choices I've made may not... I know I made them for so long. So when it should have been our decision all along, but in order to take it, we must stand together.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. You are no... I'll never hear the end of... All right. I'll stop. Next, I'll make contact with...
Thank you, Field.
But they are not the only ones we will...
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can... We will need an...
I'm flattered, and I have other problems. What we need is a skilled arbitrator.
Is that so? And would he...
Of a different...
I suppose we'll...
I shall.
My lord, your lord uncle bade me a school...
And I will see them very... I can barely... Someone like Quentin. Quentin.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll... Go on, then. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlain and do the...
I know it's...
And you'd have... The people of Lost Wing are my family. You'll have to find someone...
I'm sorry to...
And why might that be?
What he's asking. They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. We'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled.
It's not...
Then what is it?
You know that.
Then what are... Only why turn your back on it? Who's to say you...
I fear that any rejoinder I'm...
So you'll join... Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. I can arrange for a party of curse-breakers to accompany...
That would be very much... I hear the roads are far from...
My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape. Uncle, the field... Rutherford, they will await your...
One other.
Lord Havel, he asked.
One.
Master Quentin would...
Another out. Just the thing we need to put good thinking...
I'm glad.
The more that...
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quentin can solve... You still haven't mentioned how we might...
Oh, the 7 high house. They have all agreed of... But luck...
From who?
Why, you, my boy.
It was...
Well, she had a... And when the... Now, join us there.
Of course,
And how, pray tell?
You find another bloody road. That is, unless...
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with my soul. They'll be...
Perhaps I might suggest, though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every... Allow them to... but I'm sure that two such firm friends as your... Rutherford spoke...
Us?
I can't stand them.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company you
Criminal? You are not fit to breathe this...
Upstanding!
Once more unto...
Shall we begin? What we seek here is not to create. We wish simply, and to do that, there will be if we... The fate of the world lies in my nephew, but the well...
Uncle Byron.
Now, for what great moment... Citizens of Valis... Well,
That it is.
This is the role you were born for. We shall play the realm.
I will.
What do you think that thing is? And how the hell is it
Clive.
Joshua, what's wrong?
I've received his will. In the crypt, beneath, after Kupka was kind enough to drop, and in the
I'm surprised.
Cyril asked.
Of course, I want it.
Very well.
Are you buying or selling? Of course. Take care.
Your Grace? Cyril. Yes. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke Pen...
The day before we left,
What are these His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor. The complete, immense... But your father's dream did not end there. With the blight spreading...
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. Small.
But nor would he. Those...
It's a pity.
But one.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that, after all...
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive.
Thank you, sir. Shall we then?
My lord? I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift.
Lift up your head, Lady. You have our gratitude.
I merely did my duty.
My lady, what exactly is...
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented.
Indeed it has.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you, alas. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be, but it was not to be.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them. It was your father's wish that you be put with his grace long since gone. You are grown men now, and while I would not presume to insist upon your claim, I know that nothing...
Thank you. What say you? What else? Of course, my lady.
Oh, I am...
Do you know where we might find...
I do. It is found in the bellies of Elder Griffin. We do at least know where to find one.
A certain
You are most perceptive. In fact, this is the very... Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield...
What say you? What else? Eyes peeled, Joshua.
There it is.
The House Rosfield. Too slow. This one. Over here. Go, Torgal. Let's roll ready. Get him. My strength is yours. Get him. This one. Kill! Nice try. This one. Fool! Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
Thank the Griffin is...
And the Heartstone.
Yes. This radiant luster, like frozen flame, it is just as your father described it. Thank you, my lord. Your grace. Your father would be so proud.
Lady Goditha, the lapidary is ready.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him shortly. If you would excuse me, I shall have the stone cut and... The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. And the graven vines and...
It's a message. Enemies who would thwart his vision, and...
Indeed, but this, it was a promise.
Thank you for remaining...
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite... The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed all of the ducal treasure, even if the armbands were incomplete. So...
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant, your father spoke to me of the deep love he had. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewellery be sent away from the castle. It was then that I knew she meant to betray. I tried to warn your father, but when word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So I took...
And thanked the Founder.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. And so my pursuit continued. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered.
Lady Goditha, on behalf of my...
As do...
Thank you for
The bands suit that must be gratifying to find.
It is.
Let him see that...
I suppose. What do you say, Clive?
I think I was...
Your father since the day we were... I prithee, and I do not...
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. He is truly capable. Perhaps these bands will help. He was with us. Know the difference.
Faster!
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward.
And to a new...
Sid.
By all means.
It's my old master. And something fine, and it's an even...
Leaving the bear.
Sid, and while I can't...
We'll be...
Does that...
And we stay...
Thank Chadwick. The thought of...
He must be...
He was.
Then we fight.
The entrance... We should head there as quickly.
Let's do it. Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashik. I need to hurry.
Caution, brother.
There were no guards, I take it?
None manning the gates, no. It's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with Akashic. Most likely guards left behind when the Wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet. But let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether's thickest there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. We're risking a lot just being here. Better keep my eyes open for signs of life. It's over! So this place, and I doubt they'll have taken the... Minimal loss of Waluda lives. Even the... They were feeding bearers to it. Nothing but Akashic down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. Go and see how Doris is getting on. Get him! This one! No lock downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
I know. I've been reading some of these documents, and... it can't be true, can it? Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even. And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
Don't say that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be...
we can find down here. A survivor. And she sounds close. There's no need to be Are you alone?
Some of the guards. There's...
Thank the
It was worth our coming.
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must... What?
He fought the monster. He must have sent you. Where is he?
Chadwick.
Was that?
We have to get...
Doris.
All right.
It's out there waiting for me. I can't let it live. Not if it's got a taste for bearers. Will wreak havoc if it ever leaves the prison. I can't let that happen. This one. Get him!
Sid.
Have fun. What is it?
A diary. He was here.
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last.
Chadwick.
Come on.
No. I'll see that she's looked after from now on.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days.
She is. Slowly, but I thank the flames we found her.
I know. I'm sorry we weren't able to...
There's no need to apologize. How he fought to the bitter end, that's the man I remember.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past.
Of course, you already met my former master. She was supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, so we escaped. But staying after so many years of
But even in captive, and he died not as someone's tool.
Haida Marie is proof of that. And the curse breakers will I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done.
Thank you, Doris.
How may I help you today, Clive? All yours. All done?
Clive! Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
Back again? What is it that you wish to learn? What will it be today? Truth is but alas. Well,
I am.
Naturally. I shall. I do so enjoy our little chats.
Sid, I was one.
It depends what...
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds is, as you know, the work we do.
I don't mind.
Because our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and... But scouting, we're few with the nose for that. And since he...
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee...
One can never have...
True, I'll let the... And there he is.
No time.
No time,
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have... Nazaire might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
I'm nervous. Well met, Sid. This is the initiate.
Your sir...
Please.
Oh, of course. The sergeant says you'll be...
To become a scout, yes.
I am, but I...
Who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found... No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. It taught me what one man can... And I've been training ever since. So that one day...
You clearly have...
So...
Not far from here is an and bring it here.
And bring it here, right.
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the log. You'll need to assess the situation. Determine all without being discovered and...
Ember. Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything.
Know my limits. Right, I won't let you down.
It shouldn't be as...
On my way. All right, Ember. Impressed me. These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not. Damn it. Ember! Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me. Gone.
Where is Ember?
He must have fled. He was just standing there. He was nowhere to be seen.
I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but...
The right man for... I believe this is the...
Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was...
What? To bring the thing...
He has you then, his heir. And...
But Sid!
He did what he thought was best.
Of course. Don't you leave my...
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
You should have seen...
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back.
Yes. Welcome. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you, but from what I hear...
No. They most... When faced with an unexpected foe, Ember froze. He did not run. He did not fight. Had I not been there, he would be dead.
Thank you, Sid, for your... Ember, you braved the tower and emerged unscathed. Yet to me, that's no better than being caught...
Wait, Sergeant. And this time he was found wanting. After all.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade. But a scout's nose is different. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember wouldn't do to waste it now.
Fine.
I'll do what... I'll spend my days and nights in the pit. I'll show you.
Daft as a brush, that one. Just like some... And if you ask me, about time the curse breakers...
You couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gap.
Forgive me, Sid.
But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Remember that.
I will, Sid.
You alright?
About that. Oi! Let's...
Something troubling you?
It's just... Had his baby up...
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north. Families would all... Yeah, I'll let the...
So?
The problem...
Is there anything I can do? All right, then.
A good look?
Not just a...
No. The thing is...
Only the big days.
That or...
Well, there's no short... I think I'm a...
You're a good friend.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me. A silver
Oh, or mate, there was a near St. Most.
We'll see.
We've got a few rooms going spare now.
Anything catch your eye? Much obliged. Fare thee well.
Just because the heavens have gone to wreck and ruin it, don't you?
How do? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone.
I'm looking for a silver...
If that's the case, no one has seen a silk... Word is, they were... If any are still...
You're probably right.
Look, Daddy. Shining so brightly. Isn't it pretty?
Can I help you?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver.
But it
was a silver chocobo.
Oh, yes.
It wouldn't be. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near me. And tried. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here.
Ready, go? Can hardly make out a plummet.
Have care.
Be safe.
Tracks. They're not left by bandits for a change. More tracks. The Chocobo was here. I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned. It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gab.
It was no trouble at all.
Clive, how'd you get on?
Any luck?
Crystals, there.
It's...
Right there.
Everything the empty.
They'll find a new home, after all. Anyway, and now...
I didn't know.
Reckon like the fact I'm as good, and that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with.
But it weren't your... I slew one...
So all those...
There we... What do you think?
I think...
I will. I should go and...
Give him one back.
There's something about it.
Is there aught I might assist you with? His Grace and I. At first, it was my duty to him. My lord.
I am.
I do not doubt it.
Thank you.
May you return safely. I prithee do not risk yourself unduly.
Ah.
How are you feeling?
Well. Is...
Wrong? No.
Go on. Did you make...
We did. Aye. It's a good luck charm. I mean a baby. To let him know. Oh, I hope...
I thank you.
If there's anything you need.
I will.
Fancy a swift off.
I could be convinced. Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over, what with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. Me whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword. I may have had one too many.
You may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. But
What is...
Thanks.
I know.
Do you think they'll come back?
If Joshua's worried about Jill, Joshua, I don't think I'd realized how different, but...
I suppose it's...
She doesn't...
And that's why... To let her... But how?
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied and Jill and I broke from the prison?
To see that it was the first time when he...
It was the Lord Command.
Then it seems you...
Man's Hill. Oh, true. You're saying I should go... This is the place.
I'm sorry. We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place.
Perhaps it's the only place.
Then why not ask
someone in the backyard? Let's hope one. The gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen her. There's your times.
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where...
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. I reckon both have similar climbs and the right elevation.
Right.
Did you learn where...
The gardener here mentioned the Royal Meadow.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. I recalled that she kept the record of our... So I asked.
Whose shores...
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets.
I would speak with this Duke about it.
Saw the captain just now.
Hang the Duke and his bloody...
What say you then?
If Philippe is gone, who's our new captain?
Welcome back. Wraiths give you any trouble?
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there.
Don't get surrounded. What do you see, boy? Let's hope this is the last one.
Only one way to find out.
That was harder than I... But found her. She'll love them.
It appears my work is done. Well, we wouldn't want another.
Jill.
There is?
It's, how would you fancy a trip to Aura?
This is what you...
You don't need to say anything. We've been worried. Do you remember when I took you to...
In the end, before we left, they would... No one. But I was... And I knew then, I'll never forget. Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Where do you see us? When all this is over?
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then... that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
Thank you, Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure. We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right. There's still much to do.
And we'll do it together.
First the skies.
Say what you will, Lady Karen has seen her...
What do you think happened to Miss Middle?
Sid!
With what?
No!
It's Miss Middle. Very strange.
When she is.
In the...
That's what...
Well, she does. Then it's...
You did... Don't listen to her.
But who's...
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do. She's in her dun.
Don't scare him.
Thanks for the warning. Mid.
That's it! I knew it! If this doesn't steer to the skies, not...
To the sky? You aren't trying to give the end.
What else would I be...
The children seem to think, is this really...
The Enterprise... Well, what if... It's not fair. The falling happened, not me. Well, almost.
And is that a...
Are you volunteering? But first I'll need... Then I'll need some...
If it's bespoke...
No, they'll...
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you want. Mid needs a...
Most bones are this, if it's durable.
I do. Well, any old adamant...
Well, but don't expect to make...
I'll keep that in mind. Mid's well. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
Over here!
This should be enough.
Come on.
Here we are again. Carava, if you were a tortoise, Torgal, where would you hide? Looks like we found him.
All yours, Torgal. Over here. Now, Torgal.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype. Mid? Tell me.
It's most and a cogwheel. Gear's that small are a bastard to make, and
Wait, the children. Now that I think about it,
the young'uns. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find.
Sid!
She wasn't hiding. She's just busy working on...
A new invention? Is it an...
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. A brass gear. A tiny one.
Oh!
We saved it, just in...
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling all the pieces that are left over.
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all?
That's all for now.
Thanks, Sid.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Well, did they have...
They did.
Will it work?
What exactly?
Only the most. The wings aren't going to move on their own. Well... That should do it.